Blessed love, blessed love. His time is up. Family, blessed love. We're here on the live once again. Afua Speaks Community Conversations. Now, guys, I've deliberately not put on any cases today because this week I was the sickest I've ever been in my life. I've never felt anything like it. Literally, after last week's live, on the Saturday morning, I was perfectly fine. I woke up, I went, took my daughter down to do some shopping and whatever. And then I decided I was going to go to Fonthill Road in Finsbury Park, where their headquarters is of UCKG. And within 15 minutes of being in Finsbury Park, I got hit. I can only describe it being hit by a bus. From nowhere, my head started banging, my whole body was aching, and I just had to run back home. I've been sick all week since then. I literally came back from Finsbury Park that day to my house, went straight into the bed, and I just could not move for days. So, yeah, for anyone that was expecting an actual case study or case testimony today, it's not going to happen, but it will be happening from next week. So it's going to be a relatively short live compared to the 3 hours that we've been doing so far. And yeah, we're going to just have some updates, and I'm going to set the record straight on one or two things. I was actually going to share with you about my experiences today, but I think I'm going to actually reserve that one because it hasn't reached the conclusion that I expected it to reach today. So we'll wait on that one. And yeah, it's just some updates, basically. My brothers and sisters, I have had nothing but a fight. Ever since I stepped foot back into this country, it has been nothing but a fight. Trying to sabotage, telling lies, trying to get me denominated from the Black Awards, trying to shut down the movement. All manners of evil has been going on. And it does take its toll, you know. It's very, very disconcerting. It's extremely debilitating. And, you know, one needs a break after all of this. One needs a break because it's been a lot. But I want to tell all those haters out there, all those people that are trying to brook our foot, it cannot work. It cannot work. It can never work. And also, there is not one single lie that we've told on this platform, but people seem to want to tell a lot of lies about me. People that you would never believe would try that, are trying that. So as I say, I'm not going to get into it too much, but I do want to update on one or two things. Now, I came across, brothers and sisters, I came across a post. Let me read this post here. You guys have to see this. Because what's significant about this post, the post is about Peter Bailey, and it was put up on Facebook 2 years ago. So it's way before any of this came out on our part, and his latest victim that we know of approached me. It's way before all of that, but it got sent to me today, and the post apparently is from 2 years ago. So I just need to share it with you because it's just further confirmation of who this person actually is. And yeah, I'm going to share it with you guys. Just 1 second. I'm very listless. I'm still not 100% well. So I'm struggling through today. I had to go out today and get up and do what I had to do. But it's not been an easy day at all in terms of energy levels for me, you know. But check this out, my brothers and sisters. It's a lot. Yeah, it was put up on the 6th of October, 2020. So that's actually 1 month before I even called out Vincent Rapp. So it's historic, but it's so telling, and it feeds directly into what it is that we're trying to say. I'll share this with you guys. Hold on. So I don't know if you can see that, but I'll read it anyway. It says, Peter Bailey, you effing retard. Is that the story you're going to run with? I wanted you to F me, laughy face. So was that before or after you asked if you could suck my kitty? Or before or after you sat and wanked yourself on the chair, begging me to look then? Because I ignored you, even when you was asking for tissue. Or was it after you tried to sleep with your daughter? You're a real life flea bag Who would want a trampy junkie like you to F them? You dunce like bat. You're not even making sense. You bust my head and tried to strangle me because I wanted you to F me. By the way, I'm not into fetish sex. You incestuous nonce. Go effing bade, you tramp. Stop lying on own. Stop lying and own up to your addiction, fleabag. Woo! And it's accompanied by a picture. Where do you begin with that? I mean, it was very explicit. Sorry, everyone, for anybody that isn't able to manage that kind of language. But wow, this man's been at it for a while. For a while. I want to see what Dati Dades, these TV is saying now. 2 years before the fact. I wish I'd have had this when it was at the height of the raging with him. Because this person seems to know. This person seems to know about his shenanigans, which, his beautiful daughter Layla shared with us. This person seems to know. Her name's Sasha Mills or Sasha Miller. And I'd like to speak to her, actually. It's accompanied by a picture, a very young looking picture of him. But I'd like to speak to that sister because I'd like to know the details of that particular attack. It sounds as if he raped her. I mean, why are these people still at large? The police want to run me down and all kinds of stuff. But there's no way that they're nicking these people. I sense a conspiracy. I sense a whole conspiracy. Not sense, I know there's a conspiracy. Because it's black on black, that they are not interested in anything that we've got to say because we've given in the evidence. Don't think that that hasn't happened. Don't think that people haven't made police reports about, good few of the people that we've called out, especially Rat. People have made police reports, and 2 years into this campaign, they are still not listening. They are still not making arrests. Some people haven't even been questioned. Now, you ask me, because when we go down this year to that police station, we're going to make a whole heap more noise than we did last year, because something ain't right. Why aren't you nicking these people? You want to do that for little or nothing, usually. You put man like MC50 on remand for 8 months because it was a white woman, but yet we can't get any justice. It's disgusting. I've written to Lambeth MPs. I had several times. I had a meeting with them, and they said they'd get back to me. That was in December. They haven't got back to me. They were like, okay, let's just get Christmas out of the way. We'll contact you in the new year. All now, can't hear from these people. And it's not good enough. So we're going to be jumping up and making a lot of noise. I'm still trying to get legal representation for us to take it forward. And yeah, tired of them, my brothers and sisters. But anyway, let me move to something else because it's been niggling for a while. Okay. So last week, was it last week? I think it was last week. Everything's paled into one at the moment. But last week, while I was on the live, it was last week, there was somebody that came up in the chats called Barbara Fairclough. Now, I did put a video out kind of explaining what that mix-up was all about, okay? But let me just straighten it out here because we're going to hear some evidence about what that was about. So Barbara Fairclough wasn't who I thought it was. I thought that Barbara Fairclough was Sharon Fairclough, aka Lady Smurf, okay? Now, that wasn't the case. I apologize to Barbara. And then I think what I said is I'm not taking back my talk when it comes on to who I thought it was, which was Sharon Fairclough, aka Lady Smurf. I had one bona fide DM, I can say. The rest seemed to come from fake profiles, and I suspect it could have well been Smurf herself. I don't know. But one lady wasn't happy, and she was like, oh, Lady Smurf has always supported you. Why are you saying that about her? Then there was another DM that I got from this woman saying how she's going to start a petition against me because I spoke against Smurf. But I don't buy that person was legitimate. They seem to have just disappeared. I was like, well, look, good luck with the petition. I don't know what the petition will be about. Has nothing to do with the campaign. But there is very good reason why I said what I said. And because I thought it was Smurf, I thought to myself, you, of all people, could never have the cheek to be in the chats casting aspersions on this brother when you know what you've done, you know? So I'll say to the sister, as I did in the DMs, you know your side, I know mine. Let's just leave it at that. This has been raging for months, and I didn't really plan on outing it. I didn't. I never planned that at all. But because of certain developments, and because, oh, okay, thank you, Barbara Fairclough, and because Smurf is going around playing the victim and saying all sorts of manners of evil, I think that it needs to be addressed, basically, because Smurf is not a victim. And this person mixed me up once before. I now realize that I don't think Cabbage Man was the major culprit. I believe that she was. And I know for a fact that she's attempted to, you know, sabotage the lives. There's all sorts of stuff, my brothers and sisters. And when I say that person is not a good person, they are not. They are not. They wanted a conversation with me, another one. And I declined. I didn't even answer the message on the back of last week because I just don't have time for that type of energy. And I think that it's wrong that a woman who ought to understand certain things is doing the things that she's done. So who remembers Donna's story about Tony Buttons? Who remembers that? Back on the old Instagram days, she was one of the first people to come out and share her story with us. Yeah. In fact, she was the first person, I do believe, to share her story with us. LB followed quite quickly. Bless up, LB. I see you. And bless up my moderators. I always forget Rima Truth, Paula Smith, All About the Black. I believe Kiki's on holiday. But yeah, blessed love. Miss Toya, I know that you would remember. I know that you would. And yet everyone else is saying that they remember. So it was the most horrendous story. We heard the suffering that Donna had gone through and so on. So unbeknown to myself, Donna and Smurf had become friends. So I had no idea. I mean, I hadn't contacted anybody since the march. I had practically no correspondence. We were in a group with Smurf and myself and a couple of other people that was really put together around the organization of the march. So after the march, I didn't really share with Lady Smurf. Didn't have much correspondence with her at all, to be fair. And Donna and I had a slight dispute, which wasn't really a big deal. And I hadn't really spoken to her either. So I had no idea what was going on in the ensuing months. These two became friends. And as a result of this friendship, they had a massive falling out because Smurf shared Donna's identity with an individual who is close to Tony Buttons. Now, Donna's identity was concealed at that time. Yeah, we might have heard the name, but that's, you know, she was concealed. She was concealed. Her camera was never on. That person didn't really know how to find her or who she actually was that's speaking about him. But they probably do now. I don't know. Now, to put a survivor at risk in that way and to try to justify it and then to further tell lies about the people that are involved, to try to draw me into the melee and all the rest of it, is just unforgivable. Why are you doing that? Why are you being so manipulative? Now, I had DMs about her. The minute the Cabbage Man thing came out, I got DMs from quite a few people saying to me, be careful of that woman. She's mixed up. She's manipulative. She's this, she's that. I'm not a person to take that kind of talk. I have to have that experience for myself. So I just kind of looked at these DMs, banked it, put it to the back of my mind. But lo and behold, every single thing that these people were telling me has come to pass, in my opinion. It really, really has. Because this individual tried to get me to believe that another woman had been chatting me, had dropped me out. What do you mean drop me out? I don't par with nobody to be dropped out. What are you talking about? Anyway, I got called in the middle of this melee on very early one Sunday morning by Smurf. And I recorded that conversation as I do, which I'm going to play for you guys now. So whatever she's saying in WhatsApp groups, whatever she's telling the people that believe her, hear it from the horse's mouth. If she's telling you that she hasn't done anything wrong, she has. And we have a conversation about it, and you will hear for yourselves how that conversation actually went, my brothers and sisters. It's just like, why? Why are you doing what you're doing? And why are you trying to sabotage the life when you're ready? You know, there's just a lot of stuff, which I can't even be bothered to go into all of it. But I am not mixed up with anybody. I am not into no mix up with anyone, especially these kinds of mix ups. It's like, why are you trying to draw me in and make me believe that people are against me who aren't against me? When you're the one that's chatting, you're the one that's running around saying, oh, you know, Afua patterns her stuff off of my thing, the Backyard Show. How ridiculous. How ridiculous is that? I watched that thing once. I didn't even watch it all the way through. I thought, look, out of courtesy, she keeps sending me links. Let me go on. I didn't know what I was looking at. I couldn't make head or tail of this thing. She was dressed in a Smurf suit, for starters. There's probably about 10 people watching. And it just went on and on and on. And in the end, I switched off because I just couldn't understand it. So I don't know how, I'm riding on the back of her for this platform. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but loads of disparaging things, lots of two-facery. Oh, I support you, Afua. Yes, of course you do. You don't. You don't. You know the bad mind that you've got. And yeah, it's time. It's time. Her time is up, because it's, as I said, I've been sitting on it for months. I wasn't even going to feature it, but recent developments has made me reconsider that. And we're going to be hearing from Donna later on as well. She's going to jump on and she's going to tell her side of the story. But for me, absolutely unforgivable. How dare you do that? How dare you put that sister at risk? She is a survivor, but not just a survivor. She's also at risk from this maniac who, as far as he would be concerned, she's the one that got away. She was able to free herself from him in the end. And let's not forget, there was a police report in about him at the time. So to go and anyway, I'm going to let Donna tell you the proper story, but listen to this conversation that is about these issues. Okay. Just listen up.
Hopefully for some people, you still got the doubters.
It takes a bit of time to load, my brothers and sisters, so just bear with. Taking longer than expected to load.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm glad you called me.
Oh dear. Well, let's hope that loads.
I said, I'm glad you
Oh God, talk about the wheel of death.
Catch up with you, but you know how it goes.
It's not loading.
No, I wanted to find out about the text you were sending me still, because first of all, I don't want to get dragged into it, so I'm not really feeling the text, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, you get me? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get drawn into it because it's nothing to do with me. And why would Alison drop me out? I don't understand.
Well, it's not just cut you out, because Donna's been trying to. When Donna started to talk to us about it, and I just said, look, Donna, as far as we're concerned, the Furrows is good. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to get involved. I like the Furrows, and I'm here to support her. And I didn't. And I said to Alison, listen, I want to draw back from Donna. I know you don't want to engage with her, but I don't really like the judge. She's too judgmental for my life. And I've tried to say to Alison, I just can't take the judgmental stuff. And I know Alison was taking it on. And I said, Alison, listen, we don't really know Donna. And I can only take her for what she said about her abuse. But anything after that to do with her Furrows, there's really nothing to do with her.
Yeah, but I don't understand how whatever's going on with you, and Donna and Alison and whatever, has got anything to do with me and Donna. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What it did is remind me how Donna wanted us to look at you in a different way. And I'm not too sure. My gut feeling is Alison took it on, and I did. I've just said, no, I'm not taking on because I don't know. Donna came up with a whole heap of stuff, and I said, listen, Donna.
A whole heap of stuff like what, though, Smurf? Do you know what I mean?
from money that she had lent me. And I said, that's nothing to do with us.
Hold on, money that she had lent me and what?
And that she had to ask for the money back. And I'm thinking, you got to just do that with me. You gave me 30 quid. I didn't ask for it. You wanted to go in the hotel. I didn't want to go in the hotel when we went to Coventry. I couldn't afford it. You understand? You did it. Oh, don't worry, Smeb. Just like she did with the car. Don't worry, Smeb. I'll cover it. And the next minute you want to throw it in my face. I could not wait to give her back the 30 quid.
She didn't have to ask me for nothing. I gave it back to her. That's rubbish.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And it's when I first landed and nobody knew where I was. And I couldn't get to my own funds quick enough. And she offered, actually. So anyway, that's that. But at the end of the day, that's not even a thing. To me, that's nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? And not only that, what I recognise is that sister is been through a lot. She's damaged in that regard. Let her think what she wants to think. I don't have anything against the sister.
Don't stop bitching and mixing up people. And that's the bit. I understand what you've gone through. But I've also recognised, and I was watching it during the time you'd come back, during the time sure. You're too mixed up and too judgmental, and it was weeks ago. I said, "Listen, I'll draw that. I know you like her, but I just can't take the vibes. How she wants to be like, if I was a survivor, the last thing I want to do is judge anyone. Yes or no?
Mm.
And I just thought, I know you're a survivor, but I hate you so judging, critical, and judgmental, and just I can't do it. I just don't do that negativity. And I've never had nothing negative to say about anyone who's doing something good for the community, because I'm a community development worker, so I know. So I was trying to Alison, don't take it on. Yeah, but now Alison, this is whatever she's done with Afua. And really and truly, even though Donna is aggrieved with me, my mate should say, listen, you and her sort it out. Don't get involved, because can you imagine us getting involved?
I'm still trying to figure out what that's got to do with me. Just what I'm saying. I don't understand it. I'm trying to figure it out. Swear down, because
I suppose what
when you sent me the text, you said Alison's something like Alison's dropped me and you out for Donna, and I'm like, what? I don't.
Alison already dropped out really ages ago, but she just ain't she ain't gonna, because she's got the view. Donna's given her a view of you ages ago, and I told Alison, don't bother with it, man, because I know what I feel of her. Even if she makes mistakes, at least she's upfront about it. Do you understand?
I'm always upfront about it.
I said even when we was a bit annoyed with her, at least we was able to front it. She didn't back off, and she came back, and she dealt with us. Now I rather do it.
You and Alison was annoyed with me about what, sis?
Do you remember when we was doing the march and we rang you in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we was just a bit frustrated, and I think maybe you must have did the show, and you dealt with us. It's not nothing that we've held.
I can't even remember what that was about. What was that about?
That's what I'm saying, but it was then. But all I do is I remember how you dealt with us directly.
But remind me though, sis, because I don't remember no vexation.
No, it wasn't vexation. We were just a bit concerned. You remember when you did your show on a Friday? And you must have mentioned of our names, and we rang in and said, "Oh, you've got to let us know." And you said, "Oh yeah, all right, next time I need to know in hindsight."
I can't even remember, to be fair. Was that to do with the Cabbage Man thing?
It wasn't enough to hold on to, but I respected how you dealt with. You know what I mean? I moved on after that because I'm kind of good. We still the march still went off away. We didn't kind of say we're not doing it because of blah blah blah. We still
was that to do with the Cabbage Man thing? That thing? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it could have been after that, and we've come and the march was all at the same time, a week after, I think, a week before.
Right.
But it wasn't enough for the loose sleep of it was dealt with at the time. But Donna, I found is very dangerous and manipulated. And maybe that's the survivor's behaviour. And I just thought, you know what, Donna? At the end of the day, everyone makes mistakes, everyone apologises, but if Alison has a friend coming up this week for 2 weeks since Donna, and I just said, my mate suggested to her, well, if she was your real friend, she would have said to Donna, you just now sort it out, because me and her are still doing her thing. but she's taken on Donna's argument.
But what I'm saying is, it was such a long time ago. This was back in February when Donna was upset and what have you, with whatever was going on with me and her. This was back in February. So how is it now?
Is it February this year?
Yeah. So how is it now that this has become a thing for Alison? I don't understand. Because what this current thing is about is, let me finish. Look, what this current thing is about, yeah.
I tell you what I did. I've only put Alice in it because I remember her reaction. You will never know from her, but I remember her reaction. Maybe I shouldn't have told you about something that you didn't know. She's not gonna ring you and tell you, oh, Donna told me this and Donna told me that. But if you know that Alison doesn't communicate only in the group now as much as she used to, but because I knew she'd withdraw that because of what Donna was telling her. And then,
I don't really hardly communicate in the group at all. Like I've got 100 WhatsApp groups with about 1,000 messages a day, so sometimes it's difficult. I don't care about things like that anyway. Communicate in the group, don't communicate in the group. It seems that neither of you actually, Smurf, neither you or Alison told me that Donna was kicking off about me. Do you understand?
Let me tell you the truth. I didn't feel it was worth it because I didn't take it on. But it wasn't enough for me to say I'm going to judge her through the rose for something which is nothing to do with me. If Donna and her is engaging, what's it to do with me?
But you're saying that Alison drew back from the group because she was upset by it or thought of me different or whatever. You know something, Smurf? This is the reason I don't par with women. Let me tell you that. Because I ain't really got time for all the mix-up and the pass. I don't really care. Yeah.
I don't do venture bait, you know. And people who's coming to me. Remember, I'm not going to Donna. Donna's chasing me down. I'm not going to Alison. I do my own thing with me and my people then.
But hear what I'm trying to get at, yeah, Smurf. What I'm trying to get at, yeah. All right. So February, that's me and Donna. Fine, not a problem. She's saying what she's saying, mouthing off to you and Alison. That's fine, not a problem to me. Don't care, right?
No.
What are we now? February, March, April, May, June. 4 months later, you and Donna have some kind of set to because you've shared information. And as far as she's concerned, you've outed her and put her at risk, right? First I hear of all of it because there's a big 4-month gap where I haven't spoken to Donna. I didn't even read her message that she sent me because I'm not in the energy. You understand? I've got a lot to do. So I'm 4 months unaware that you guys are having a whole raving relationship or whatever's going on. This is all from what you've told me, right?
Yeah.
4 months in. Then you and Donna have an issue because you shared a thing with Delphine or whatever it was, right?
Yeah, and I've come to you too.
Donna's sent me something, a message saying what you've done and that I should be careful of you because with victims' stories. Let me done. I don't have a bloody clue why she would think that I'm sharing stories about any of the victims with anybody. Do you understand? But obviously that was what was in her mind. She felt the need to tell me in a text. I just said to her very basically, sorry to hear that, wouldn't want to know that any victims are at risk. Hope you two sort it out. Next minute I get something from you saying, what's going on with Donna? You understand? We had a conversation on the back of that. I rang you, yep, you asked me to. And you told me what was going on with you and Donna and how you saw it. Yeah? Then we end that conversation and then you send me something about some message that Donna sent Alison and then you're sending it to me. I didn't answer it. Then I get another message saying Alison has dropped me and you out for Donna. Please tell me how any of this has got anything to do with me, Smurf, because I feel like you're trying to draw me in. I swear down, that's what I feel. Think about it though, Smurf.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I'm thinking about what I sent you was to more or less to suspend that. I was feeling how I actually see.
Yeah, but why all of a sudden after 4 months people are licking me up? You lot weren't communicating with me before. Why? That's what I'm saying to both you and Donna. What has it got to do with me?
You know what? You most probably right. I think it just banged something, and then I just thought, I'm going to talk to her through all this shit with her. And maybe I shouldn't, so I apologise. I didn't mean to upset.
Do you know what? Yeah, sis. Let me tell you what I think. I don't. I'm not in no kind of a manipulation. I'm not in anybody's mix-up. I'm not going to be used and drawn in for anybody's traction or whatever it is that they think, Smurf. And you know me, I talk straight. I talk straight, Smurf. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think you're out of order because you shouldn't have shared the woman's things. No matter how you tried to justify it, when you told me, oh well, you know, she's in the dance, she's chatting up to people. So what? Let me done, because like I've actually been very quiet on it, Smurf. So I'm going to tell you what I think now, innit? So I think you are out of order, and I think also Donna's out of order for chatting and carrying on and doing what she's doing. I think you are both you and Alison. If you had the right kind of love in your heart for me, you would have licked me up and told me that Donna was saying what they had to say about me. Do you understand? I haven't got anything against anybody. Let me make that very clear. You understand me? And as far as I'm concerned, I don't understand why you're trying to bring me into a mix-up that has got absolutely nothing to do with me.
It wasn't really bringing you in. I just
Well, it is though, isn't it, Smurf? Because you're sending me texts, you're expecting me to respond. I mean, when you send a provocative text like Alison has blocked me and you out because of Donna or whatever that text said, it's very provocative, isn't it? It warrants a response. It warrants a response, Smurf. It warrants a response, doesn't it? So if I didn't have any sense, now you're talking over me, Smurf, please, babes. Yeah? If I didn't have any sense, what I would do is ring up Donna, not Donna, Alison, and go, what's going on, and create some kind of contention. Maybe you didn't look on it that deep, but at the end of the day, it's highly irresponsible, it's bloody immature, and it's still got nothing to do with me.
You know what? I'm not even going to argue with you. I think you're totally right, and I think I was just freaking out, my head and upset. So I apologise. I think you're right. I'm not going to.
It's foolishness, really.
Listen, I'm not going to stand here and justify my innate behaviour. I think I wrote this text wrong. That's my view. I don't think I put it in. When my head's going, I just put it down, and I've got to take full responsibility. And of course, I do respect you. I am sorry. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I don't know waffle on and bullshit or anything. I am sorry. I think I was just a bit frustrated, and I shouldn't have done it. So there's nothing more I can say. And there's one thing I don't want to do is break down. Because when Donna did speak to me, I didn't argue or cuss about it. I said, you know what, you're right. I didn't think I would apologise sincerely. And I was in tears apologising to her. Because I actually didn't realise at the time. So, yes, you're right. Yes, I shouldn't have done that. And two, I apologise.
It is what it is, Smurf. Just reflection time, innit, sis? Just reflection time, sis. If you know that you've done the sister wrong, just chill. I don't know why you're still trying to have it as something that it isn't. Just apologise and just chill and be humble, innit?
I think it's just abuse after you do apologise. And I understand how affects you. But I have apologised since then. I didn't apologise lightly. It wasn't, I'm saying sorry. I apologised because I took responsibility for it. I did. You know what I mean? And I did mean the apology. I didn't apologise just for I'm not a pretender. If that makes any sense. And I apologise. So I'm also going to apologise to you because I didn't mean to feel like I'm bringing you in it. I think I wrote the text wrong. So
I just want you to have a look at that, my sister. Just have a look at that because it ain't cool. Do you know what I mean? Even your whole stance over this ain't cool because at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you've made a boob up, the best way to deal with that is humility and honesty, and that's it. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no other go around it or don't go around it. Do you understand? And whatever's going on with you and Alison, call the sister and sort it out. That's it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No,
it's kind of early still on a Sunday morning for me. I've been trying to get some rest. You get me?
But it leaves you. No, listen. I'd rather you deal with me straight. I'm rid of my people because I respect that more than anything else. And I'm gonna take on what you said, and I apologise.
All right, Smurf. No worries, sis. Yeah, man.
I do like you a lot, so I don't wanna lose the contact that we have.
Yeah, man.
Or the working contact, but yeah, I was very, very proud of you last time.
hope Brixton stands up and has a look. Do you know what I mean?
But my heart missed a couple of beats. I mean, the show was what, 3 hours long?
Mm.
My heart took a beat, a missing beat when I watched it. And then when you try to make sure about the artists and all this thing, and I thought, yeah, ram it down their throat. You know, I was just kind of in awe.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, take it. I want to see who's coming back. Who's coming to talk to us? Say something. Get in the chat room. Stand up. Black Olive. Because I remember her. And I remember she came in and trying to pretend up man. And I'm thinking,
Sorry, I'm just getting over a cold still. But yeah, man, I hope Brixton pay attention still. But I'm gonna jump up and make my little girl's breakfast, man. I heard her stirring when the phone rang. We went out last night, so we woke up late and that.
okay, but again, I do apologize.
All right, Smith, no worries.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
You understand?
Well, hopefully for some people, you know, you still got the doubters.
If the daughter's going to come on, all she did is inspire other people. I'm hoping.
Right, blessed love D. I can see you backstage. You come on in a second. Sis, you keep turning off your camera and then it kicks you out. Liar, pants on fire. Now, at the time of that recording, I hadn't actually caught up with Donna or Alison, and I now know the full extent of the lies as well. So clearly, I was thinking, well, it's one way and it's another, basically. It was just horrible. I'm not in mix-up. I don't do batty and bench. It's all lies at the end of the day. Oh yeah, brilliant. All right, so I'm going to bring Donna on the live. Donna, just don't try to turn your camera off, sis. Just cover your camera. Yeah, cover the actual camera. Don't try and turn it off because it's going to disconnect you from the live. So just obscure it. And once it's safe to bring you on, then I'll do that. All right, good. From the live. So yes. Just obscure it. And once it's safe to bring you on, then I'll do that. You've got to turn off the actual live that you're listening to, Donna, otherwise it's going to give us feedback. You can't do both. You've got to turn off the actual live that you're listening to, Donna. Yeah, mute the YouTube. Don, mute the YouTube.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Brilliant.
Hey guys.
Yes. Brilliant. So you've heard that recording. That's the first time you've heard that recording, isn't it?
That's right. That is the first time I've thought.
Mm-hmm. And as I said, I hadn't quite spoken to you or Alison at that point. Now, worry yourself, shining stars. We done know. False witness.
Yes. I'm so glad that I've been given the opportunity to come forward and clear up this matter totally, because it's a joke thing, Afua, and I feel away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel away. Now I need to explain. Good evening, family on the live. I need to explain to Una how this something really got, because it's detrimental.
And also because she's running around playing the victim and going on like people
the victim.
Her, when
the victim, and she's not no victim. She's no victim at all. Hear what I'm telling you now. Now, the sister in Smurf came and picked me up at my yard, and I followed her to the Flower of Kent, right? She was in there that night. She played music. After we left the Flower of Kent and we went, she came and she dropped me back at my yard. She's sitting in my living room, family. Hear what I'm telling you now. For those who want to defend her, hear first for you to know what she's guilty of. She's sitting in my living room. I'm not going to lie, I was drinking rum punch. I was having a nice night, family. So when she was talking to me, I weren't really paying her no mind. Smurf sit down in my yard, and Smurf said to me, oh, Donna, by the way, I was speaking to Delphine the other day, and I happened to tell her your name. I was telling her your name because your name's different now. And I sent her your photo and your information. Now, family, Smurf is sitting in my yard, in my living room, when she's telling me this. Hear what I'm telling you? She's in my yard, in my living room. Remember, so she's on live talking like me and her is no friend. Yeah. when she told me that if I wasn't drinking rum punch, I'm supposed to have punched her in her face, and the all of them know this. Because if you're gonna tell somebody them something, you tell me that out of road, yeah. She's my sister, and it never registered because we had been out, we were drinking. I'm telling her how it went. She left my yard, saying I never said nothing to the sister. Hear what I'm telling her, me not said nothing. The sister walk out of my yard and get in her car and she go about her business. The following day, I left voice note to say to the sister, we need to talk about what you said to me last night, because it coming like I feel like I'm violated. This Smurf never called me for 6 days. For 6 days. Then she sent a message to my phone to come and tell me about she spoke to Delphine and she said she won't forward my name or my photo to Buttons or no one, and she trusts her because they're friends 30 years. Tell me now, yeah, for those of us who's defending her, yeah, how did me, who is a survivor, a victim, yeah, be chatting with Smurf? She knows me from the live, nowhere else, yeah, from the live. And you know, go tell me, say, Smurf, I go send my name and my photo and my address. Who knows what she tell them? Who know what she tell them? Yeah? Here when me are telling them, my little daughter is 14. She frightened so till the little pitney say, is he outside? Is Buttons outside watching the house? Can somebody come on the live and tell me, say them can tell my daughter something that can make her come out of her room for what Smurf do? You understand the violation with Smurf do? She do this in the last 3 months. Lady Smurf, come on the live and defend this. Me there wait upon you. I am right here waiting. Come on the live, Sharon Fairclough, and tell me what Donna do you. Make it do Donna this. Somebody come answer for her, because I always a defender. And me feel away. Yeah? Because the years me take before me come out from my house. You know how long me I hide from Buttons and when do me. And you mean to tell me, say, you gone at the woman house, are you police? Are you courthouse? Do you have handcuff? Where you go do when you got the woman and send the woman name and photo? A chat and labrish. You're wicked like. And that's what you do me. And you know what, Afua? Because she know what she do me. And when me cuss her and tell her, say, don't want no friend from her when she apologize. Me tell her, say, one thing me I beg you, Smurf. Tell people what you really do me. And she walk around and bring a full smoke screen and chat one bag of lie and one bag of rubbish and one bag of, me that say something different, but with the pan live. And she just disrespect people. Move your blowout, Smurf. You hear what me I tell you? I'm supposed to punch you in your face for my daughter with afraid to go out the door because of what you do. And nobody upon the life can tell me nothing. That's what she do me. And me have the text where she apologize. And I want somebody tell me, say if me is wrong. She out of order. She tell me that in my living room.
But also the fact that on the recording, you can hear her apologizing. And I've put it to her. She didn't deny it. So whatever lies she's telling out there, it's pretty plain to see what's going on. Pretty plain.
And she go around and the next one who for name them I call Alison. She mix up this history name in all of this. She don't have nothing to do with what Smurf do me. She do not have nothing to do with what Smurf do me. Leave Alison name out of your mouth, Smurf, because she don't have nothing to do with the argument where you do me. Come and tell the people why you send my photo and my name. Come and tell me why you frighten my daughter, Smurf, with your fuckery. Excuse me, but that's how I feel, and forgive me. But the feel me have a feelings in my heart. I'm supposed to dent her up. Me no know she get out of my house without me dent her. And the whole I don't know true. She can't tell me them something in my yard. She have to tell me that up on the road. I don't know that.
It's barefaced.
So I don't want nobody defend this argument. Nobody can defend this. That's what she do. I may have the text them to prove it. That's why Afua said, oh no, know the wickedness what she do. She admit to Afua what she do. And look what Afua defend. Community links for woman where it's survivor and victim. Afua must burn her out. Else what Afua sit down there doing? Come on now. So no bother type no foolishness coming in here. Remember say me always tell you no. I'm not talking to the one them when I finish school.
Everyone's supporting what you're saying right now.
I'm not talking to the one them when I finish school. Me want to respect the violation. Me feel away family. Cause me have daughters and the man drag me. Him drag me. She out of order, and when she done, she dep online and want people support her. Move your blowout, Smurf. Move. Come be should lick off your face. I show me that drink rum punch. That's why you get way.
Boy, you have every right, Donna, to be vexed about that. Like you said, your poor daughter is living.
Family, she send me photo. Me photo. Here when me I said to all the sister in them and the empress them. Me photo she send.
What's that about?
What is that about? And when she done, she say she is an advocate of Afua show. She help build Afua. We had a pop here try pop down Afua when you do them move there. The reason I told Afua was because I have every right to tell Afua, because I came on Afua show and I heard what happened to me to do with buttons. And I have every right to go back and tell Afua the injustice done to me by Smurf. Because that is where I meet Afua through Smurf. So when Smurf do me that, that's my reason to go back. Afua, do I tell you anything else to do with Smurf other than the photo and the name? Nothing else. You have voice note for she. You have voice note can play for me. No, come never sit down and a chat with you. Me just tell you what you do. What she do to me. And the next part I want to clear up. When I was talking about you, Afua, because we can get in it because I have nothing to hide. It was something that happened between me and you, nobody else. It's between me and you. If I want to chat it, I'll tell somebody I am not chatting because I am one of the people that involved in the conversation. So I can talk it. It's about me and you. If I want to carry feelings, me can talk it. But you know and I know. You don't block me on your WhatsApp. I don't block you. So Smurf don't realize we still friends. So when she run come and I try drag you in what is a little the iniquity of what she do me. Because she was trying to create a smoke screen because she don't really want nobody know. She sent out one of the victim and the survivor, them photo and name. Is there anybody else out there that Smurf to this too? Because I don't believe I'm alone.
Mix up.
I do not believe also, I'm alone.
Also, for me, it was the minimizing. Even when she was speaking to me, she still wanted to gaslight you. Oh, you know, she's mixed up. She's this. She's that. What a bag of foolishness.
Me is a sister in me, simple and humble. Me no mix up, me no trouble nobody. Me not even have nothing them way there. I mean not up online, me don't play music. Me no do nothing to do with vlogging. So I am no threat to Smurf. She come after me and me I tell her family, she deal with me and walk around and mix up my name. All of it is a smoke screen because she doesn't want one of the sisters were out there where she feel like have respect for her because she's Lady Smurf, aka Sharon Fake Love. She don't want to know what she do to people, which is me. She sent out my name and my photo to people. And you know the wickedest thing where she do, the only reason the lady name call is that is the house that Buttons used to sit down in. The lady, I never have said the lady, no, Delphine, me never accuse her and say she know about it. She was part of it. I never said nothing like that. The only part of it is for her house the man sit down in and watch me from. So why you gone to the lady with whatever you are chat? Nobody no know. Because you must sit on police. You must sit on police. That's why you go there. So who I trust Smurf with them business on a lucky. Remember say me sell if she sell me for nothing.
And then try and mix up Alison.
And try and mix up Alison and mix up Afua. Nobody not in this argument. Here with me, I tell you all on up on the life. This is about the injustice where Smurf do to Donna. And she don't want none of you know. Can me tell her say, you know, go tear off her stripe when this one go live. And I itch your hide from. Come say a lie, me I tell Smurf. Say me don't have the text on my phone. But you apologize for where you do Smurf. Come tell Donna when me do you. What me do you Smurf? Nothing.
Nothing at all.
So all them girls we used to do is I jump on and I say, oh Smurf, you don't talk because you don't know the truth, right? She is guilty. Me I tell her she guilty.
And also talk me for a little bit of, she's trying to flip the script and say that you're manipulative, you're too mix up, you are loving to judge people all the time and all this kinds of stuff. And that you're just overly chatting me. You know, tell me about how she chats and what she says.
Listen to me. Most of the Smurf talk, Smurf come in like newspaper, as she just put out daily. Yeah, Smurf talk. You see when it reach line, now when somebody asks her, she don't know nothing about it, right? I am nobody special. As I say, I don't play music Afua. I don't have nothing to do with online. I benefit nothing to come live to nobody. I don't do views. I do nothing to do with them someday. And because she want to boost herself and be more than she is, right? And because I am not a musician, I am not a DJ, she go now and she try to draw you and Alison name because the two of you is online, right? The two of you hold microphone, right? She jealous of both of you very clearly and we're gonna reach on our achievements. That is very clear. But don't come to accept on me. I am a victim, Smurf. You cannot send out somebody photo and them name. And when they tell you say you're wrong, you come and go around and tell everybody everything but the truth. Now let me tell you something before we leave it. The 30 pounds, me people are type the 30 pounds. Can you believe so she jump in a people car and drive all the way to Coventry? Coventry family. Coventry. Without £1 in her pocket. Where you there? Come on the live. Come, Miss Donia. You're going a people car without £1. The £30 you owe is the money where me, that is not even where you owe. But that is your portion of the hotel fee because you come with zero. You big old lady Smurf, I walk with zero. You don't have no shame. You should have shame for pull people car do and jump in the car and you don't have no money in your pocket. And after you do that and people ask you for your contribution and me you want to come blame. I was a guest. So me have my money to pay for me. Me and you not there. So pay your own way and tell people the truth. When you go in a car and you reach a Coventry, you go with zero. Is we pay for you, but you don't tell we. You doesn't tell we till you reach a Coventry. You're too wicked. And then you run around and then you send message to Afua and send the £30 message. Do you tell Afua say you're going a people car without nothing? You don't have money for club, you don't have money for drink, you don't have money for gas, you don't have money for nothing. Come tell me, say a lie, me I tell for you. Are you cause this, you know, sis? Is you cause it? Because you come on, you are play victim. You is no victim. You know why me talk it? From March we do this. You see, it's August, September, people are here, come don't talk. Is you talking. Stop telling your friends lies.
That's what brought it to this point, because like I said, I just left it where it was. I wasn't even going to cover anything, but recently it's become to my attention the level of lies that she's telling people, and also the fact that when I mentioned her name, people jumped on me to say, oh, you know, she's really supportive of you. No. The worst kind of people is the wolf in sheep's clothing that come
because
close to
she
you
help build your platform. Remember, so she like tell people, say she help build up your platform. Your platform is not the only platform. I have no idea, but she like to tell people, so she help build up in her platform, right? She is wicked. Yes, Smurf, my come on live, come talk it. You know my voice. It's only one husky voice. My voice unique. You know what you do me. And I am speaking it for the whole of Afua viewers for ear and who for ear. Leave off a people name and them shirt and get your own.
It's nothing but the green-eyed monster, mate. You build up
the green eye and red eye. No, that's why you do this.
I'm still trying to get my head around how Smurf could even imagine that she helped to build this platform. Like, what the hell?
And then she got, and then, you know, we're really hurtful. Can you imagine, family? I'm an attack you, right? And you don't know the man name for years. Violate you for years, family. You and me, I said to Uno, we're up on the live. And then now this woman, I walk around and I say, I am friendly with him friends. If I don't know the man, clearly I would not know who is him friends. But because Smurf, you know, so you're well illiterate. You are so illiterate. Smurf, if you see me talking to somebody that is Button's friends, if you was my sister, why you didn't say you know that man is friend with Buttons? If I don't know Buttons, Smurf, how would I know his friends? Instead, you protect me, Smurf. You stand there and walk around and tell people, say, I am friends with Buttons' friends. Smurf, I don't know who is friend to Buttons because I don't know the man. Something wrong with the way your brain work.
Wow.
You
Wow.
walk around, Smurf, all these things where you do. You know, say your head no good, Smurf. Me did like you as a sister. God know that's why me have you in my house. Can you believe me carry the devil in my house? Because nobody cannot sit down in your front room and tell you them sitting there to your face and you not punch them in them face. Come on, people. She catch me off guard. Remember me tell you. And I don't care who want rewind it and go tell her. Remember, say me tell her your face be dent when you talk that in my living room, in my house, with me two little innocent girl child upstairs asleep. And you know Smurf is violate me, Smurf.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And I think she thought that she could get away with it. Somebody asked, did she apologize? Yeah, but it was platitudes, you know, it was a half apology, because on the one hand, she's apologized to the sister, and on the other hand, she's on the phone to me trying to gaslight her, and minimize what she's done. And the only reason she started kind of backpedaling, when I said to her, let me tell you what I think you're bang out of order, she starts backpedaling and saying, you know, oh, maybe I did put the text wrong to you. You know, I just wanted to express my feelings. Why? We're not friends. Why are you expressing your feelings to me? Why did you do that to Donna? You know, there was no.
And that's what she's covering. That is what she's covering. That is the biggest cover of what she did. She did what she did to me. But because I'm nobody of importance. And so therefore, because she sees herself as Lady Smurf, aka online, can chat what she wants, I wouldn't be surprised if she went live and chatted these things. I told her, go and speak the truth. That's the one thing I asked Smurf the last time I spoke to her. I said, Smurf, I don't want no friend from you because you violate me. Hear what I'm telling you. This is what I told her on the phone. I told her, you violate me. I feel violated by you because you never asked me to do the things that you did. And on top of it, what you did, she walked around and told everybody, I told her to go to the sistering.
Is that what she's
so
saying?
So this, yes, she did. She told people I am the reason I sent her to the sistering.
Wow.
So here come the reverse psychology now to cover herself for what she did. She wants people to believe that I am so dumb. People who I have not seen for 30 years. 30 years I have not seen none of the people in question. I sent big old dirty, careless Smurf to go there. That's who I sent.
Wow.
That's who I sent. I sent Smurf to go to the sistering with my name and photo. Yeah. And Afua, you know my history and you know who is family to me. Do I need Smurf? Come on, Afua.
You definitely don't. You definitely don't.
So everybody who's on the live got to see it for what it is. That is what she done in the last 3 months. On keeping a business for herself. Because remember, she was in my yard as a sistering and look what she did.
Wow. I'm just lost for words with this individual. I really am. And you know, as a big woman who's nearly 60, is what I can't understand. Why it is that you even try to justify it, try to bring people in, mix up. I was shocked when I got the text from her. Not from you. I could understand that. Why you might want
I'm not sorry that I text you, Afua, because as I said, I don't know how many other sisters this sister has sent their photo and their name, and I felt away, tears come to my eyes because my you, Afua, look at me and say, Mummy, is he outside? Come on, sister.
Really breaks
is he outside, you know? Is he going to get me, Mummy? Like, at the end of the day, we're all mothers. What do you say to your youth when your youth is asking you them things? You're not a mother, Smurf. That's why you did that, because you could never imagine the fear that you would put in a child for you to do their move there. You forgot, you know, say, you definitely forgot rebuke yourself. You forgot cleanse. Because that evil move, they move that evil move there, Smurf.
There's no justification for it. And all now, she hasn't really given you a reason, has she?
No reason, because she wants to convince me that I sent her to people that I haven't dealt with for 30 years and I'm to be grateful. That is what she's trying to convince people. The smoke screen of how she's walked around and chatted my name to people who barely even know me, all because she wants to hide what she did, Afua, which was sending out my name and my who knows what she sent. That's what she admitted to. Who knows what else she sent.
I mean, like anything it would seem with her.
So I'm not sorry to come live and after you had to say what you had to say, you had to let it known because come on, in your job and what you sit there doing, you cannot know this information that she's released that on someone who was on your show before without sharing it for. Otherwise, you're not protecting the rest of the sisters. You had to share it, Afua, whether you wanted to or not. It had to be shared because you have to protect people from she. Because I took her for a friend, Afua. I thought it was my sister. We started to get close, we chat. I thought she was nice. I had no idea this was the true heart of the sister. Else, why would I ever in my yard? Why would I bring the devil in my yard? Who does that?
My God. And literally, you know, you're justified in saying that, the devil. Because the level of exposure that, look, she's not just shared your information with just anybody. It's with the individual whose house Buttons used to sit in.
That's right.
Not saying that the person knew. Your thing's slipping. Your thing's slipping.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it's not saying that the individual knew what was going on, but you knew that that was the same house, and she knew that was the same house.
She knew. And then she came in, she told me, I'm telling you, my heart sunk, family. When she told me, it never registered. You see, the following morning, it's the voice note that I left her that made me feel away. I said, Smurf, ring me back. I swear last night you said something about this history and photo and name. We need to chat. 6 days it took the sister before she got back to me and tell me, right, after I left that message, 6 days she left me and she came and picked me up and took me to Flower of Ken. So that lets you know I was with the wicked. I was with the wicked because you would have got back to me the moment you heard that voice note.
Yeah.
And that's when she came and checked you. That's when she checked you. So there's no going back on what you did, Smurf. There's no going back on it. You know it and I know it. Yeah, for all the one, yeah. Because the first thing me never send you with no message, I tell you, Smurf, me feel away. You hear me tell you, me feel away. Me no run risk with me youth them, Smurf.
Who does? Like you said, that person's not a mother. So
yeah, she's not a mother, so she would not get it. But I know all the mothers on the live. I know and I understand what I'm saying.
Even when the Cabbage Man thing happened, you know, she was trying to get me to call out Cabbage Man and drop her out of it. And I said to her, no, I'm going to say exactly who brought me the information. I've never even spoken to Cabbage Man, never met him, but yet you want me to put the dairy on him. And from there, I knew dodgy, very, very dodgy. You know what I mean?
I wish somebody had told me, because as I said, she likes to carry on. And you know what's really insulting is the way when you listen to what she was on the voice note, when you know was talking, what people could barely make out if it was man, woman, or beast. Yeah. What is really funny is that she's on there saying about the sister was lapping up everything that she was saying, but I wasn't really. You sound like there's something wrong with you.
Liar.
People, you understand, you just so lie. None of what you interpreted Dessa was like that. I had a conversation, yes, regarding something that took place between me and Afua. Yes. Am I chatting? No.
To be fair. Yeah.
But Afua, there was no discussion of no derogatory. What we was chatting, I could have showed you.
There was no bad blood like that between
There was no bad blood in what I was chatting. That's why nobody else came and told you, because there was nothing to tell you.
When I first came back into the country last year, when nobody knew I was back planning the march and stuff, you were one of the few people who knew I was back, right? That was it. And whatever it is so trivial, but it's the way that
it was so trivial. That's right. She tried to make out like I was sitting down chatting you. But you know what? I'm glad with the grace that you was able to remember. Because as I say, all I will say is Africa. Yeah, they don't know the half of Afua. Yeah. So when they think we're enemies, I don't think so, Smurf.
Right.
Did me and Afua have a difference of opinion? Yes, Smurf. Did it reach where I have to sit down and disrespect Afua? Never. So just because I sat down and said something to do with Afua doesn't mean that me and Afua reach where teeth and tongue have to meet. And that's the mistake you made. So when you tried to draw Afua into this little disrespect of what you did, you was trying to cover yourself.
And
That's why you tried to pull in Afua.
Yeah, she didn't think that well, first of all, it didn't sit right with me what she was saying about Alison. So I just thought, you know what, I need to call the sister. Same for yourself. It's her that is doing all this mix up and bad mind.
It's her that's the mix up. Alison has nothing to do with what you did. She has nothing to do with what you did. The only thing what you got her up for is because she looked at you and said, why did you do it?
Absolutely.
And so you felt that because she said, why did you do it? You see it as she took sides with me. No, she never. She asked you as
And
one big woman to a next big woman.
Even if she did take sides with you, she'd be justified. Anybody would take sides with you in this situation.
No, she didn't take side at that point. She was asking you why you did it. But the fact that you saw it as she took side and have never dealt with the sister from then just shows us you're not ready.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not ready.
Especially after all the bringings that she got.
All the bringings that she brought you in, you didn't know that you two were bigger than that. You want to come and mix up the sister's name with my name because you're trying to justify what you did me. What you did me is me and you alone is concerned in this, Smurf. Leave everybody else out of it. Leave out Afua, leave out Alison. Come and chat to me, Donna, yourself. Because you know you can't. Stop bringing people in me and you's dispute. This is about me and you. When we went Coventry, if I was wicked, Smurf, why didn't I leave you to sleep outside in the car, seeing as you never had no money? Why did I pay your part of the bill, seeing as I'm wicked? Even me asking you for my money, you know why I asked you for my money? Because you're so disrespectful. After you looked at me and told me that you sent out my name and number, give me back my address. Give me back my money, Smurf. That's why I asked you for my money, because you disrespect me, Smurf. Not because I needed it, because it's from March. I just told you send it back July. So that just tells everybody you're not ready. I left you with that money. It's the disrespect that you done me while I told you send me my money. I could have left you to sleep outside, but I don't have that heart. But you're jumping at people can't have no money. You're bright.
Yeah, it's the mix up for me. It's trying to draw other people in and trying to give them a bad name in my eyes, as if like anyone's gonna fall for those type of playground tactics. We're big people out here, you know.
I feel I see people saying that ring her up. Yes, those of you who know her number, tell her I said Donna de Afua. She should come. She should come Afua.
I believe she's probably watching, but she ain't gonna come up.
Yeah, come live, Smurf. Come and defend it. Come and say that I'm telling lie on you, Smurf. Come and say that I'm lying about the money. Come live.
Here's the live. I'm sorry, the link. If she is in the chat, come on, jump on. Let us know if we've said anything wrong about you.
If we've said anything wrong to do with what, especially me, Smurf. If you hear me tell her one lie, click, immediately click.
It's not going to happen though.
No, it's not happening because I'm telling you who's listening. It got exactly how I said. Remember me telling you that. When them done them go on like them a big shot. Y'all use no big shot.
You can hear in the conversation with me and her that it happened because she's admitting it did and trying to apologize at the same time as gaslighting you.
That's why you're having to tell her she can't wrong and strong. She could just relax and instead of she apologized to me and said, Donna, no, she apologized and I throw dirt in my face and come and tell lie about how I send her. Move your blow. You send yourself because you're the devil daughter.
I actually didn't know about that part that she told people you sent her. I mean, how does that even make sense?
She told people I sent her. Smurf. Well, that is the issue, Mo Money. That's the serious question right there, Mo Money.
I saw the comment, you know, but I said I ain't even going there. Like, let's just
it doesn't even, you know what? It's not even relevant. It's not even relevant. What the relevance is remember, this is about risk. The risk you run on my life, the risk you run on my youth's life. This is about risk. And the danger that you put me in when you do such things to a person. Even if you don't check for someone, who does these things, family? Come on.
No, it's unforgivable. I like you would not be accepting the apology, because what you're apologizing for, it
That's
don't go on
right.
bad already. What
And
you've done.
remember the text message that she texts me, capital letters, car, you don't know, school never complete. I am so sorry for my lack of clarity and tact. That's what she texted me and said. Right? There's nothing more I can say because it won't change anything. That's what she texted me and said before I blocked her off my phone. It's a violation, sister. So all I wanna know, the whole we have a girl pretty where we have to protect. No matter what happened to me, I have to protect my daughters as best as we can. And when you send my photo and my picture to a family we're involved with him, it doesn't matter, right? A violation, and the whole we know that.
Boy, I just hope that doesn't have any long-term effects, you know. I really, really do. I don't believe that the individual she shared it with would share it on to that individual once she knows. I
don't believe the sister would, but it's just the fact that you actually did that.
It's not the point. And also, it must be horrible for you to have to relive that fear now. You know?
I was more horrified when I looked at the text that told me that she knew the sister in 30 years and she spoke to her and told her not to forward it. That was even more horrifying when she sent that text.
Wow. Because like
that means she then had to get back in touch with the sister and say to the sister, don't share it. So a mix up. Me say the sister in a big mix up.
Well, now you know, people. Now you know what went on. Shining Stars tried to draw Shining Stars in and make out as if she was a mix-up individual, which we know doesn't go like that. And tried to draw me in so that she could gaslight Donna and hide her wicked wrongs. That's what she actually did. It's just unbelievable. So whoever's going to start your petition, start it about that, because it's not, you know, you can't start a petition against me because I decided I wanted to say somebody ain't a good person. You know, that's just foolishness. And the other sister that contacted me and said, oh, you know, don't be like that. Whatever it was she said, you heard it from the horse's mouth in the recording. She knows what she did. And now we've got the victim stroke survivor telling us exactly what she did. So now you know, people, you can all pipe down and turn your attention on Smurf, because at the end of the day, I believe that she needs to face some kind of reprisal from our community for that, out of order. And even prior to all of this, trying to mix up and violate in the live, she knows what I'm talking about, I'm sure. And just a bag of, and the Cabbage Man incident, you know, that nearly cost the credibility of the live. And I'm now believing that was done absolutely deliberately. I do, because I'm told that Cabbage Man didn't have a bloody clue what was going on.
From what I can see, you know, Smurf likes to be the center of attention. I mean, you know, every time I see the sister, she's in something to do with white. So clearly she has took on the full character of the Smurf. My concern is there's only for them, and some of them it ain't good. You know, you got Dopey in there, you know, don't laugh people. You know, you got Happy in there. Look like all of the mix up of them is mixed in her brain. Because, you know, if you really watch her, no matter what she puts on, it's Smurf. It's a Smurf she's dealing with. That's why. What do the Smurfs wear? Blue and white. And she's always in white. I think she's taking it on literally, family.
Well, that's just bizarre to me. And not only that, the Smurfs, what do they do? I don't even remember watching that. The Smurfs are just...
there you go. Because, yeah, there you go. No, seriously, what do? They just do madness. You got Brainy, you got so many of them. So what I'm saying is
coming like the Snow White dwarfs or something.
That's right, and there's many of them, and it looked like she takes on the different characters. Because for the life of me, Afua, I don't know why Smurf would do any woman, any sister, knowing the truth and the history of what happened to the sister and its violation, and you would do this. I don't know what would cause anyone to do this.
I tell you what it is. She just take it met chat, because he loved to chat and overly chat. You understand me? So it's just unforgivable. It's unforgivable. She was clearly looking gossip, and decided to gossip with that woman. And the woman probably said, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about," and then she decided to share. It's probably that.
Yeah, and then she sent the photo. Actually sent my photo from her phone to people's phone. Like she ain't got no sense, people.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Afua.
I tell you one
So
thing,
you see, you heard us say.
Tony Buttons doesn't want to come anywhere near you. The police are looking
He's
for him.
never been seen nor heard of.
Oh,
Imagine
I know he's
that,
hiding
people.
out in Croydon. Some people sent me a picture of him. They took it secretly in a sweetie shop, and there he was, thinking that he's safe in Tottenham. You're not safe, you dirty piece of work. You are not safe. You go anywhere near that, sister, and your foot won't touch the ground. The police are looking for you. Let me tell you that.
That's why.
And it's
That's
only
why
because
he's
you
in
don't
and
have
out.
his proper name.
No,
Sorry?
because he's in and out. You see, because he's in and out. He floats in and out of London these days. It's got quite a little bit because,
they can't hide forever.
But that's right. Remember, enough of them don't get it. Their time is up. You see, enough of them's time is up. And when you see a woman like Smurf, you see, that's the only thing that lets me know you got certain man ways about you, Smurf, because a real sister would never have did what you did. So I know you got piece of money in you them way there, because we did one thing with us at the end of the day. We protect. As a mother, you protect. As a sister, you protect. As a woman, you protect. So if you do this, you have man ways, Smurf. You go sit down and lie down with them. Can a woman not do this? No, a woman wouldn't do this, Afua. Talk the truth.
No. Not unless they really hated you,
Yeah, you have to hate a woman, and you can't hate me.
And there was an element of that jealousy, that green-eyed monster, because you and Shining Stars had a lot more in common in the friendship group, didn't you?
That's right. And you see the jealousy side, it's that. But I was no threat. I don't do nothing to do with music. I am a supporter. I am a lover and a respecter of what you're striving towards to achieve. And I'm proud of what Shining Stars is trying to achieve and yourself. So I will support you. But if you can't support a one and be glad for them with open heart and clean heart, then why bother? And clearly Smurf wants your spot and Shining Star's spot. That's why she walk and say she helped Bill on this platform when she ain't done nothing.
Bright. You're bright, Smurf. You're well and bright. You can look on a big promoter, whatever Shining Stars does. I know she's huge in her thing. And you can look on me as well with this His Time Is Up campaign and tell anybody who would believe that she helped to build this. She doesn't even get the traction on her thing. So why would
I post about fake, we burn me Afua, and I post on her something about fake friends. After you do this type of desecration to people, you have got the cheek to be talking about fake friends.
Moderator, whoever that chat 69 is, let me just kick them out, because they're taking the piss, flooding up the chats with adult dating site information. What happened to these people? Just block them out of the live. That's it. I've just blocked them. Yeah, go ahead, Donna. Sorry.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is the side of it that you got to look into it and say to yourself that how could you be moving certain way and you're amongst the sister and then they're still typing. Did you remove them?
I just blocked them. There's a delay at your end, probably. They're blocked. They can't come back on here.
Oh, someone put it Smurf. Oh, beg your pardon. Yeah, because you can't be walking around, sorry, Afua, you can't be walking around and doing what she's doing and she's amongst the sister in them. Right, we can't have her amongst the sister in them and that's what she's doing. You understand me? Because the reality of it is I never come to throw you under no boss. This entire argument, people start understand it clearly. You started it, Smurf. You're the one who sat in my living room and told me what you had done. From the day you sat in my front room and told me what you had done, what did you expect me to say to you? Thank you very much, Smurf. Is that what you really expected? All of this argument, even you having to go to Afua, even me having to contact Afua to tell her what you done. You done this, Smurf. If your brain ain't big enough to work that out,
she didn't
then what can I say?
Me because I hadn't spoken to her in months. I didn't know what was going on. So she tried to, I don't know why she tried to draw me in. I really don't. It's just still a bit of a mystery to me. And you can hear that I was none pleased, but I was as courteous as I could possibly be. I could have cussed her off there and then. I didn't.
That's
Britain's Got
right.
Regular says, yeah, it sounds a little premeditated. It's true.
It does sound premeditated because you know, when you really look into it, right, at the end of the day, yeah, and you really see what she turned around and done, and the way how she walked around and chatted my name. She knew what she was doing, and she's coming to you and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I did try to apologize." Rubbish. Your apology was never sincere, because you could never do that. And no, who's gonna take sorry after you do that? I don't want no sorry from you, Smurf. You stay over there and leave me over here. You understand me? Because you're not good. When Afua said you're not a nice person, it stands. You're not a nice person. You're wicked like.
Fake.
Yeah,
And
you're
tell lies
totally
on
fake.
people. It's not good. It's not good. We're old people now. We're up in our ages. We are tell lie for. You know why? Why is it necessary? Own what you did. Hold your head up. Stick your hands in the pocket, and face the consequences and keep it moving. Don't be telling lies and trying to deflect and draw people in and tell lie upon them. It just makes no sense to me. But sis,
And I post constantly about fake friend. Are you the fake friend? But I know, obviously, we've took up I've took up an hour of your life, but
no,
I
it's
give
all good.
thanks to Afua.
We're just shooting the breeze today anyway. You got all the
Yeah,
time.
I do give thanks that I've been given the opportunity to come live and tell the truth of how it really went, so that we can clear it up once and for all. When Afua said what she said, gonna hear it from me. The reason she said it was these things Afua know as to why she had to say what she said about Smurf. It is the truth. I know no can type when I like, but it is the truth.
Yeah, well, the chat isn't very friendly towards Smurf at the moment, so everybody's hearing you, sis. Everybody's hearing you.
Good.
You know?
And I give
I
thanks.
just remember how much your story moved all of us back in the Instagram days. It was just so
yeah,
deep.
because I remember, and that helped to heal me. You see, this is what hurt my feelings, is that me and you've had many conversations. What Smurf is not privy to. She don't understand that there was a healing process that I also went through with you. What people on live is not aware of. That is between me and you, Afua. So when them one talking up, you see, if you don't really know where you chat about, try keep that to yourself.
Exactly. They're so quick to jump on.
Quick to jump on and don't know that Afua did a healing process with me. Yeah. It's not what Afua did when she came to England and London was important. It's what she did when she wasn't in the country.
Yeah.
And Afua knows I've got enough
healing.
love for her.
Oh, bless you, sis. Bless you. But look, the truth is out now. Let them make of it what they will. I'd like to see how she slips out of this one. And all those people that were trying to support blindly because they didn't understand or know what was going on, take back your talk and take it back to the sister. That's all I've got to say with that one. But
yeah,
sis, thank you so much.
Watch back the live, Smurf, because you know I'm talking directly to you, because Duppy know who for frightened. Watch back the live, Smurf. I did warn you, I tell you, say the woman named Smurf did go tear off every stripe where you have. You see what happened now? See judgment.
And she had the cheek to turn around in all of that and say to me, oh, I hope this doesn't mess up any working relation. We don't have a working relationship, Smurf. You played at the March last year and that. You know, there was nothing before. There was nothing since. You bought me some false information, again, because you love mix up and be at the center of attention, like you said. That blew up in your face as well. And now this has. Isn't it time for reflection, like I said to her on the phone call? It's time to reflect. Go and sit down.
And that was the right word you used to her. That is really a strong word you used to her. She needs to reflect on her actions, people, because her actions is not good. It's like she's carrying feelings, and no one ain't carrying no feelings towards her.
How dare you? How dare you talk about fake friends when you're the biggest fake friend there is?
Yeah, and posting and typing it on her Facebook about fake friends and people are trying to draw her down and it's you are trying to draw down yourself, Smurf. It's you pop down yourself with your wicked heart. It's you doing it, Smurf. Nobody don't against you. Nobody don't try pop you down. It's you doing it.
Well, I mean, I tell you. Wow. I haven't come across a smutty character like that in a long time, I tell you. A long time. I think there's a personality disorder there.
Yes, which includes the 15 Smurfs that there are.
I know my kids used to watch the Smurfs. I'm going to go back and have a look. Yeah.
Yes, and you're going to see happy, lazy, dopey, bashful.
Have they got one called Treachery? Have they got one called Treachery? It should be
Listen, I'm telling you, dangerous, dangerous. She is dangerous. I'm laughing, family, but let me tell you something.
You have to
I
take
feel
back
away. I have to give thanks that I aired it and cleared it because off of my chest because I was feeling properly grievance.
And like I said, you're safe. You're safe. I just hope little one can really believe that and stop feeling the way she's feeling. That part bun me. That part pulls my heartstrings. You're telling me, she said, "Mummy, is he outside?" That's the kind of thing my little one would say. Of course. Of course.
And then if you repeat them things, Afua, and people who's not understanding to understand girl pitney, and especially because I know what happened to me, and you don't recognize what you're saying and what you're doing. Yeah, and the damage that you're doing at the end of the day. Yeah. It's all right for you, Smurf, you've gone on with your life. Suppose the Pitney decided she was never going out the door again. Who the pan live where I defend you, I got help me forget my daughter to walk up and down outside and feel safe. None of you.
Yeah, that's just unforgivable. You affected a 14-year-old?
That's right.
Right, a baby affected her. And like you were
saying, can't do something there.
The significance of that is that you were a similar age when Button started doing what he was doing, right?
You know, I didn't even want to say it, Afua. You know, I know it, but I didn't even want to say it because it's so detrimental to me that it's painful to even say it. But it's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you would have thought with her knowing all of that, with her knowing the life, knowing the voice note, you still did me like that. I tell him the sister brought water to my eye. I had to lock up myself and turn inside, you know, because I was so angry, you know, for I would have damaged her. You can talk whatever you like, you know, Smurf. I would have damaged you. Remember I told you that.
Wow. What has it come to? What has it really come to?
I had to lock up in my yard and just cry and keep it to myself and say, you know what, sis? Hold it. The same shining star, sister, and them reason with me and talk to me. Because what? Because of what? Because you wanted to do what? Mix up in a people business and gossip. Because as I said, you're not a court ass. You're not nothing to do with police. You're not no handcuff. You cannot arrest Buttons. You cannot even talk to him. So when you're going to the woman house or send photo or address and information back, because you did want them hurt me, don't it, sis? But you see, when them hurt me, they would have just come for you.
You better believe it. Better believe it. And if anything does happen to this sister here, Smurf, you are directly responsible. So I hope you can sleep with that at night. I really do. I really do. But sis, thank you. We're going to talk again. It will be interesting to see how this rolls out on the back of this now. Very interesting to see.
All right, sis. So we will catch up soon, all right?
Yeah, man. Blessed love.
Yes, family. Blessed love. Blessed.
Blessed. Well, there you have it, people. That's what happened. That's the reason Smurf's name got called last week, and I was vexed with her because that person was kind of like borderline with MC50 and was putting in a few things that were disparaging towards him. And I thought it could never be bright enough to want to be doing that after everything that you've done, you know? And I'm glad that we've been able to share it. I'm glad Donna's been able to come and tell her side of the story. And I'm glad that Smurf now knows that we're not going to put up with that type of behavior, especially from a so-called sister. We're not going to put up with it. You'll go up with the rest of them. You're lucky I didn't put your face on the Instagram amongst the nonces, because you've done a bad thing. And you're not remorseful. That much is pretty obvious. You are not remorseful. But my brothers and sisters, as I say, I am not feeling 100%. I do need to get some rest. But you see next week, I don't know if LB is still in the chat. Give me a 1 if you are LB. Who remembers Wavy H? Does anyone remember Wavy H from Instagram days? I know you remember Crylene. I know whoever was watching on Insta remembers Crylene. If you don't know who we're talking about, go back to the series of lives. I think there's about 3 of them. You know, on Instagram, it cuts off after an hour, so you go back on and whatever. But if you go back to the 12th of July last year, and look at those series of lives, okay, the 12th and 13th, because I think we went over into the early hours of the next morning. So the 12th and 13th lives, look on there on Insta, and you will see that particular live at that time that features LB, our very own, and also this woman named Crylene, who is sister to Eamon Edwards, who is LB's perpetrator. So the sister came on screaming and shouting, but she also had a son, or let's just say, we don't know if it's her son, it could be one of Eamon's other sister's son, but he called himself Wavy H, and he had a hell of a lot to say on the live. Well, his story is coming up next week. Wavy H, your time is up. It'd be nice to hear from him again. I actually blocked him on Instagram because he was just sending loads of messages and carrying on. But next week we're going to feature him, and you guys are going to get to hear all about it. I've put the thing out. If anyone wants to come on, maybe you've got an opinion about what Smurf did or what's been going on, then yeah, I'll give one last opportunity for anybody to come on. And let's not forget as well, it's the Black Awards at the end of October, the 30th. The information is up there. I'm going to put a link up in the bio or on Instagram bio so that you lot can continue to vote. We can continue voting, so continue to vote for yours truly, or whoever else you want to vote for. Just support the Black Awards. They're an amazing outfit. And make sure that you buy your tickets if you want to come to the actual award ceremony, and just keep voting. I haven't got to hand the actual address, but it's being held at the Grand Sapphire Hotel in Croydon this year on the 30th of October. So visit the website, Black Awards, make your votes, and buy your tickets if that's what you're going to do. All right. And the 16th of October, as you know, I'm going to be going flyering over the next couple of weeks. Anybody that wants to join me for that, DM me, because we're going to be trying to fly as many places as possible to give out these flyers, and for people to join. We're joining forces, for those of you that weren't on last week's live, with Surviving Universal, the sisters that came on last week and told us their stories of that appalling demonic church. Appalling. We also heard a really deep testimony from a parent, Peppy, about her daughter's experience and their experience at the hands of those crazy people. So we're joining forces at the march, and it will be two-pronged. Is that the word? Two-pronged, yeah. On the one hand, we'll be doing our usual His Time Is Up stuff, and on the other hand, we're going to be campaigning against the UCKG, and trying to swell their numbers, and make sure that, you know, that these things are brought to book, because I'm still in shock. And I'm also still in kind of like, how did I get sick the minute I set foot in their territory? That had me paranoid. I was like, raw, like, what is this? As I say, I literally, my whole body from top to bottom was just in pain from my head all the way down. And I just felt weak, like I couldn't even hold my head up. You know, I don't know how I drove my daughter home on that occasion last week, but I managed it. I had no choice. I kept thinking, oh my God, please don't let me crash this car with my child in the back. And yeah, I couldn't move until just a couple of days ago. I really couldn't. Trying to find information. Okay. Right, so yeah, there's the march. It's going to go up on Instagram. You're going to get used to seeing a lot of that, because we are serious. And yeah, all the right authorities know. We've invited lots of people. I've sent out loads of emails to invite people on. And let's see what happens. But I'm looking forward to it. And as we say, we're not going anywhere. For those of you that thought it was a flash in the pan outfit, it's 2 years old in November. I think November the 26th exactly. So just after the march, it's 2 years old, this campaign, and it will continue to go on. It will continue to go on. I'm stepping up the pace, so get used to it, to seeing the promotions, and make sure that you share. Share. No one's coming on as usual. It'd be nice to sometimes have an open panel, guys, where we can just discuss anything, basically. But nobody ever wants to join the live. They're great in the chats. Nobody wants to join and have their say. I'm not sure why, but it's usually the case, unless we invite people on. But thank you guys for listening. As always, it's been a pleasure. I feel very kind of like listless today. I'm not very energetic. As I say, I'm still recovering a little bit. It was suggested to me that I had COVID, but I don't really claim that. I don't really claim it. So, at the end of the day, I had a really bad virus or something. What I do think it's been suggested, oh my God, the UCKG people, you Afua. That's why it happened in Finsbury Park or whatever. I ain't claiming that either. I tell you what I think caused my illness. After the live last Friday, I went and had a really hot bath. And when I came out of the bath, I laid on my bed and I turned the fan on myself, and then I fell asleep for a little bit and then woke up and turned the fan off. And I think that is what made me ill. I caught a horrible draft. It didn't show itself until the following day, albeit it was unusual because normally when you come down with something like that, you feel it, like you think, oh, I'm coming down with something, my throat's getting a bit sore or whatever it was. This wasn't like that. 1 minute I was happy as Larry. I was chatting on the phone to my sister. Me and my daughter were just strolling. And next minute I thought I had to stop. It was like, whoa, I don't feel well. I don't feel well. And my daughter was saying, Mommy, what's wrong? I was like, I don't feel well, and I crawled back to the car, crawled home, and I couldn't do anything but crawl into the bed. Now, my older daughter, my two daughters were out of town, so they couldn't come down, the other two. My son's busy with his children far away. And it was just me and the little one. And do you know that little 11-year-old girl cooked Sunday dinner for me? She made porridge. She made chicken and mash. She didn't quite get to the rice, but she made chicken mash and fine beans on Sunday. Yo, when I tell you, so my baby was on point. On point. I couldn't believe it. I felt bad. I felt guilty, but I literally could not move. I couldn't move out of the bed. Every time I tried to, I'd get dizzy. I'd have to lay back down. It was horrible. Never, ever want to go through that again. What was great, though, is that my Rastaman brethren came round and dropped off a load of herbs that I've never even heard of. He was like, this one are dog blood. This one is, I was thinking, dog blood? What is that? And he gave me this bag of concoction that I boiled. Now, that really, really helped, along with lots of garlic tea. I was boiling garlic and all the rest of it. So I do believe that's what made me recover so quickly. Even if it was COVID, it didn't stay for very long. I was literally out of action for about 3 days, and yeah, I'm still feeling a little bit tired and listless. So I'm going to get an early night. It's early for me. Big up everybody. Lorraine Saunders, I see you. All the regulars. I see you. Black seed oil, yeah. I think there was some of it in there. He had a whole bag of it. Dog blood, Only Jamaicans. I love them. I love my Rastaman brethren. I really do, because they just know all about the healing with stuff like that. There was everything. This bag had about 10 different herbs in it. And like I said, some of them I've never, ever heard of. Yeah, I heard the buggies going around as well. So it looks like I got it. But I was very resentful because I thought, all this time I was in Tanzania, I never got anything. No COVID, no cold, no nothing. I was fit as a fiddle. I come back to this dirty place and suddenly I'm getting ill like this. I don't like being ill. No one likes being ill. But I'm just always so active and in control of my actions and what I do. It was hard. It was really, really difficult, And I was laying there thinking, is this what old feels like? Because if it is, I don't want it. You know, it was so debilitating, my brothers and sisters. But thankfully, I'm back, and we're just getting better and better every single day. Irish moss. Yeah, Kay says sea moss, or Irish moss, as I call it, old school. We used to be force-fed that stuff when we were younger. You know, that's why we were so strong. But at the end of the day, I can't take that thick consistency. Oh, I hate it. I'm a textures person, you know. Textures. Some people are flavor people and whatever, yeah, but I'm a textures person. You see, anything that's wet or spongy or slimy or thick, I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. If only they had it in a different form. Yeah, people said make it in a smoothie. I know there's like more creativity around it at the moment than when we were growing up. They just used to lace that with some condensed milk and force feed you that as a child. Lots of lovely suggestions. Turmeric is good. I did boil garlic and ginger together. That's always great as well. And as I say, right as rain now. Right as rain. Brothers and sisters, it has been an absolute pleasure as always. Look out for the Wavy H story next week. And we might have another one as well, but we'll see. There's a few queued up, and I've just got to get to them really. But thankfully, we are here and we live to tell the tale. And brothers and sisters, don't forget to donate. We're still taking donations for the march. Security is an expensive thing. I know that the moderators have been putting out the link for that. Afua Speaks, or # Afua Speaks for the Cash App. And GoFundMe is there as well. It's been there a while. But yeah, we're still fundraising for security. Still doing that. So make the donations if you can. That would be amazing. And I will see you guys next week on Afua Speaks Community Conversations. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. As always, it's an absolute pleasure. Blessed love.